To you it may be nothing, but you make Daddy proud. Your weakness is only my strength. I hear your questions and I'm closer than you think. I promise. And oh, I won't let go. I won't let go. I see you right where you are, and I'm holding on to your heart. Oh, I won't let go. I won't let go. I see you right where you are, and I'm holding on to your heart. You've been here all this time. Tell me where we're looking, 'cause you weren't hard to find. Mercy opened up my eyes. Now I'm losing my religion to be loved like a child. I promise. I promise. And oh, I won't let go. I won't let go. I see you right where you are, and I'm holding on to your heart. And oh, I won't let go. I won't let go. I see you right where you are, and I'm holding on to your heart. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. We sing with confidence. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. Right here, right now, God. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. Whatever it looks like, whatever it sounds like. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. We are desperate. We are desperate. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. Out of desperation, yeah. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. I'm hungry for the real thing. I'm done pretending. I want the real thing. I won't let go. And go. I won't let go. I won't let go. I see you right where you are. Yes, I do. And I'm holding on to your heart. And go. I won't let go. I won't let go. I see you right where you are, and I'm holding on to your heart. You're the only thing that matters. You're the only thing that matters, God. You're the only thing that matters. We sing it out. You're the only thing that matters. Your presence, God. You're the only thing that matters. Your glory, God. You're the only thing that matters. Your presence, God. You're the only thing that matters. We have to other things, but you're the only thing that matters. We look to other things, but you're the only thing that matters. We searched and we found no one. You're the only thing that matters. You're the only thing that matters. You're the only thing that matters. Oh, we are desperate, God. You're the only thing that matters. We long for your glory, God. One day in your presence. Yeah. One day, God, is better than 1,000 elsewhere. It's better than 1,000 elsewhere. And I'm seeing you right where you are. And I'm holding on to your heart. Satisfy me. You satisfy me. You satisfy me. Oh yeah. You satisfy me. Come on, sing it. You satisfy me. You satisfy. You satisfy. Yeah. You satisfy. One day is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I'll trade 1,000 days for one day in your glory, one day in your presence. Me and you and me, eternity. I'll trade 1,000 days elsewhere for one day, one touch, one day, one touch, one word, one touch, one day, one touch. I'll trade 1,000. I'll trade 1,000. I'll trade 1,000. You are good, God. Oh, I've tasted, I've tasted. I've tasted, I've tasted. And I trade 1,000 elsewhere. I'll trade 1,000 elsewhere for one day. I'll trade 1,000 elsewhere for one day. I'll trade 1,000 elsewhere. I'll trade 1,000 elsewhere for one day, one touch, one word. For one day, one touch, one word. It can change everything. It can change everything. It can change everything. One day, one touch, one word. Change everything. So we come hungry. We come hungry. We come hungry. We come longing. Let the hunger fill the room. Let hunger fill the room. Let hunger fill the room. One touch, one word, and oh.
It's time to get up and get ready. Yeah. For the hottest morning show in the ATL. It's the Wake, Bake, and Coffee Morning Show. Live with Georgia First Black Governor. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you The most interactive radio show live. We bringing the hottest news, the illest independent artists, and a whole lot of love, baby. Okay. Get up, roll up, sit back, and ride to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show with your host, Georgia's first black governor. It's time to get up and get ready, for the hottest morning show in the ATL. It's the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show, live with Georgia first black governor. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the most interactive radio show live. We bringing the hottest news, the illest independent artists, and a whole lot of love, baby. Okay. Get up, roll up, sit back, and ride to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show with your host, Georgia's first black governor. Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Apparently, you can play it on Facebook, but you can't play it on YouTube. Welcome, because YouTube has put it off all the way. So, it looks like YouTube is back up and running. YouTube is back up and running. So, for those that are on YouTube, welcome back. YouTube is like, you can only play the first 5 minutes. Now you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, Gov. You're doing too much. Just a little too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show. I didn't pull the plug. YouTube pulled the plug. So let's try this again. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Periscope. Good morning, Facebook. How's everybody doing? And Facebook, I'm sorry. I shut it down. Good morning, Miss Denise. Good morning, Mama Quita. Good morning, April. Good morning, Stevie Steve. Miss Margot. Good morning, Teresa. How's everybody doing? Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. How's everybody feeling? Yeah, they plugged it. They pulled the plug. I tried. I tried. I'm gonna try again. So since I know that they didn't pull the plug all the way, I might try it again. You know, I like pushing the envelope, so to speak. Facebook was cool. Facebook had no problems. Facebook played the song. I'm surprised that Facebook played the song. It was YouTube I was having a problem with. Good morning, Miss Terry. Good morning, Sean. How's everybody doing this morning? What are you thankful for this morning? What are you thankful for this morning? And don't be shy. This is an interactive radio show. You can say what you can't pretty much say what you want. Well, this is America. You can say what you want to say. However, be mindful. Oh, Facebook froze too? Right. Well, yeah, Well, no, Facebook froze because I logged out. I went on ahead and I pulled the plug when I saw YouTube going down. So I pulled the plug on Facebook. That's how that happened. So But YouTube pulled the plug on me. It's crazy because you know I was Miss Terry said she's thankful for her fur babies. Miss Margot said thankful for opening my eyes to see another day. What are you thankful for, Sean? Miss Denise, what are you thankful for? Miss Teresa, what are you thankful for? Steve, what are you thankful for? Miss Denise said she's thankful for being alive. So oh man, make sure that y'all hit that like button, especially on YouTube and especially on Facebook. Make sure you hit that like button. And when you hit the like button, make sure you hit the share button. Hit the share button. Because the more times you like it, then they know that we exist. Right. And the more times you share, the more people get to come in. So help us, help you, help us. Everything. Mr. Sean said, I'm thankful for life, health, and strength. Right. And I'm grateful to be alive. I'm thankful for my first lady, our children, parents, siblings. I'm thankful for each and every one of y'all that comes on and support the WakeBake Coffee Morning Show. I am forever grateful. Miss Terry says she's thankful for teriyaki beef sticks. Right. I ain't never had that. I'm still fasting. Maybe I'll look into it on the 7th. 2 more days. Miss Margot said, I'm thankful for opening my eyes to see another day. That will make me too. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for y'all being here. I'm grateful for the likes, the shares. I'm grateful for the family, the friends, the foes. I'm grateful for everything. Oh, man, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm thankful for the process. I'm thankful for the faith. I'm thankful just to be able to move my limbs, bat my eyes. I'm grateful for each and every one of y'all that are on the show. I'm grateful for the likes. I'm grateful for the shares. I'm grateful for the hearts. I am truly, truly thankful. Steve said my vehicle that Noors gives up on me. Oh, he thankful for his vehicle that never gives up on him. Right. Keep it pushing, keep it pushing. Right. YouTube, let me play good music. Facebook, what's the problem? You know what? I can play this music. Good morning, Mr. I didn't really want to take a month vacation, Mr. Beastly. I didn't. I didn't say Bixby. I said Mr. Beastly. See? Now you messing me up. I didn't say Bixby. I said Mr. Beastly. Don't put some respect on his name. No 8. Right. No, I didn't want to take a month break. I was only supposed to be out for like 2 weeks, and a fire took place, so I couldn't get in my workstation. So a fire took place, so it shut me down for a whole month. I couldn't do no video work. I couldn't do the show. So now I'm in grind mode. I'm in catch-up grind mode as opposed to just being in full throttle grind mode. But I thank God for the pause. I thank God for the wait. It was probably a reason I wasn't supposed to be on. And it was probably a reason for everything to get pushed back. So I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm forever grateful. Mama Quita said, I'm thankful for everything that most take for granted. I said, Mama Quita, why you keep popping up? Mama Quita said, I'm thankful for everything that most take for granted. Right mind, move limbs, love of family and friends, roof, clothes, shoes. I can keep going and going. LOL. Right. Well, yeah. And that's probably another thing too. Miss Margot said I was fasting. So that's probably another reason it shut down. So I can focus on the fast and I can focus on what it was I needed to focus on. So I'm not upset. I'm not angry. Because a year ago, Mr. Beasley, I'd have been cursing and screaming and kicking stuff over. And, I'd have been like Johnny Depp's wife. I'd have been throwing stuff. And no, that's not defamation of character. That's the truth. She admitted it herself. Right. Yeah. So I didn't throw her under the bus. She threw herself under the bus. Yeah. But I am grateful for being here. I am grateful for being alive, and I thank y'all for coming in. The grateful for the fire taking place. What I can say is, nothing in this area was damaged. Nothing in where I'm at was affected. But just for safety precautions, I still had to shut down because I was very close to the fire. You can smell it in the room. Good morning, cuz. Good morning, Tamika. How you doing? So I am thankful. The only thing was I have a little crack up under the door and a small crack at the top of the door. So apparently the smell came in. So to be safe than sorry, I had to vacate for that time. But I'm thankful. They wiped down all the walls. I got a new ceiling. They cleaned everything. They wiped down all my equipment. That's why the camera looks so clear. So I appreciate the fire. It still gave me time to rest. It also gave me an opportunity to see things. It gave me an opportunity to be somewhere else during the time. It was a learning experience. I got to saw a lot of things. I had to see a lot of things, hear a lot of things. So it is. God know what he's doing. God is in charge. Who am I to say anything? I just keep my trust and faith in Jesus and go from there. And I let him do the driving. I learned how to ride shotgun. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I just got some work to catch up on because we supposed to have a new intro. I supposed to had Mr. Beasley's video ready. So it works for me. Miss Margot said they had to get out those evil ancestors that they were calling on. Right, because dude called on Tupac. I was like, what? He said, call on your ancestors. He's like, Tupac should call. What? I was waiting on somebody to say Big and Eazy-E. Let me leave them people alone. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Oh, my bad. Hey, Miss Margot, you right. God didn't want my undivided attention, and he got it. So, so I'm grateful, man. But we here now. So all the changes that I wanted to implement on the show, all the things that I wanted to add, they're coming. So give me time. I got work to catch up on. So I'm juggling the show, the work, the business, and all the other personal things that I got going on. So it's worth it. I'm not mad. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm in my right mind. I feel good. So we're going to make that happen. So today, women's rights. Women's rights. They're talking about trying to put women in the NFL. And hopefully Mama Quita be on in time enough so we can get into what they call the Jezebel spirit. And I'm going to debunk a myth on the Jezebel spirit. So, yeah. So we going to get into it. We going to get into it. Ladies, this is my disclaimer. Okay? I'm not here to bash you. I am here to look at this from a male's perspective. And I'm also here to look at this from a common sense perspective. Good morning, Mr. Ingram. Welcome to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show. So, ladies, this is not, fellas, let me put this out here. We're not here to bash women, okay? That's not what we here to do. Steve said women playing football. We gonna get into that, Steve. I promise you. I promise. But before we get into that, since we was rudely interrupted by YouTube, listen, what I can say is this. A lot of the songs that I want to play, a lot of the things that y'all would like to hear and have me play, it can be done. It's possible. We just have to get the licensing fee. We just have to get the license to play it. The thing is, we need a license fee. So, and license fees cost. So if you would like to donate to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show, all that information is in the description box on YouTube. It's in the description on Facebook, so y'all can know where to send your donations. Please, if you do decide to send a donation, please make sure you put for the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show. Mr. Ingram said no. Yes. They are hinting on women being in the NFL. Y'all didn't pick that up during the Super Bowl? Y'all didn't pick that up during the playoffs leading up to the Super Bowl? They had about 4 or 5 different hint commercials. Oh, y'all was just being entertained. Maybe I need to stop watching TV the way I watch TV. Maybe I need to go back and try to be entertained. But yes, they're trying to put women in the NFL. Is and it's crazy, Miss Margot, it wasn't even the commentators. It's the wording of the commercials. It was the commercials. And if you paid attention to the Super Bowl commercials, I had this conversation before, and then it's crazy because one of the dudes that I follow on YouTube, Mr. Jericho Green, he came out and did a whole video, and he said exactly what I said. He just had more he just had more F-bombs than I did. That's all. Miss Margot said she was hustling, but she saw the very beginning with the kid running. I mentioned that yesterday, and we'll get into that when we come back. Stevie Steve said, I picked up J-Lo. I picked up Lopez on a pole. And with that being said, Stevie Steve.
We'll be back with more of the Wake, Bake, and Coffee Morning Show, live with Georgia's first black governor.
We'll be back. I'm going to give you Portia Kirkland words of wisdom. And after the words of wisdom, we going to get into it.
Someone told me love was only in the movies. It don't exist in real life these days, no. But you showed me if I only just find the faith I need to believe. Anything is possible. If you want it bad enough, know the sky ain't too high. Test your limits. You can feel unstoppable, incredible. Almost there, I can see I'm so ready. This has gotta be the night that dreams come true. Hey, everything feels just right. I guess when I'm with you, you know. Told me that it's unlikely to do all the things you wanna do, cause life just ain't fair now. But don't be lonely, find somebody, then it won't be so hard for you to see that anything is possible. If you want it bad enough, know the sky ain't too high. Test your limits. You feel unstoppable, incredible, almost there. I can see I'm so ready. This has gotta be the night that dreams come true. Hey, everything feels just right. Guess when I'm with you, you know that I'll be holding on. Did you feel my love? Did you feel my love? I've ever wanted right in front of me. Not a dream, eyes wide open. Girl, I'm here and I'm coming in. Doors are closing. I won't run cause I'm chosen. I won't run cause I know that this has gotta be the night that dreams come true. Everything feels just right. Guess when I'm with you, you know that I'll be holding on. Did you feel my love? Did you feel my love? I'ma how you like. Did you feel my love? Oh, yeah, when I'm with you, you know that I'll be holding on. Did you feel my love? Did you feel my love?
Y'all know what time it is. Mama Quita.
Love series.
Y'all know what time it is. Mama Quita. Love series. Mama Quita. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Welcome back to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show. We are here. We are live broadcasting from the warmest place in the South, the ATL. And enjoy this weather while you can, because some storms are coming, some tornadoes are coming. It may be a little slow, a little snow. So before we went into break, Miss Teresa said, during the break, Miss Teresa said she apologized. She was driving, but she's grateful for God and his awesome love, mercy, and grace and faithfulness, even when she is not faithful. It's a lot of us that are not faithful, and yet he still gives us grace and mercy. And he's still faithful to us even when we slip. So thank you, Miss Teresa, for being 100. And yes, Miss Margot, you can find the Super Bowl commercials on YouTube. Bixby, you're killing me. I wish I could just deactivate you. You're like the worst. Right. So, it's time for Miss Portia Kirkland's Words of Wisdom. And Miss Portia Kirkland, Words of Wisdom, goes as follows. It says, I'm highly favored, not because of what I consistently get, but what I give. Who is it? Give me 1 second. How you doing, sir? Where is that cart y'all had with the chairs? You know what's that? Which cart? For chair, the chairs. Oh, I didn't see it in that. I don't care. It might be in the gym. The gym? Okay, thank you. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, Miss Portia Kirkland, Words of Wisdom. That's why you keep falling. So, it says, I'm highly favored not because of what I consistently get, but what I give. Now, if you understand the meaning of giving, you can't outgive God, is what some people say, and I agree. Because the more you give, the more God gives to you. And like she said, it's not necessarily about what she consistently get, it's about what she gives. Now, don't get caught up in the trick, because a lot of churches will tell you to tithe so you can get rebates in the mail. Now, I know people who don't even go to church and who don't even believe in Jesus, and they get rebates in the mail because all you got to do is just fill out the rebate paper. However, good morning, Big Juice. But giving, they said it's better give than to receive. Giving is a form of obedience. Yes, I pay tithes every time I get paid. I don't pay tithes because I'm looking for God to give me something. I pay tithes to be obedient. Because God said, pay your tithes and try me. If you tithe, then I will restore unto you. It's pretty much, this is the part of the Bible where God says, try me. You can try me. You can see how I live up to my word. However, it tells you not to tithe grudgingly, meaning don't give out of a grudge and don't give away your necessity. Meaning, if you got only $20, don't let them convince you to give your last 20 when you need gas money to get to work. But tithing and giving is being obedient. Now, if there's something that you want, they do have what they call sowing seeds. Now, you can sow a seed to get what you want. However, a lot of people sow seeds to get what they want. However, yet they still don't give. They still don't tithe. They don't expand. They become greed. And the love of money is the root of all evil. Not having money. Good morning, Miss Long. Not having money, but the love of money. Mean that you would do anything to get it. So the Bible says, be a cheerful giver. Give from your heart. Love to give. Because the more you give, the more God will give unto you. But don't give looking for something in return. And a lot of people give looking for things in return. That is not why you give. You give because you're supposed to be your brother's keeper. You give so you can help sustain. You give to keep things going. Not because you want something in return. So, as Miss Portia Kirkland says, I'm highly favored, not because of what I constantly get, but what I give. And giving is more than just finances. There's time, there's property, there's values, there's talents and gifts that you can also give. So think about what you could be given. Think about how you could help in your giving. And stop being stingy. Yeah, I said it. Stop being stingy. And stop looking for a blessing every time you drop something in the collection plate. Just put it in the collection plate because you're being obedient to the word. And obedience, I can't remember the scripture. Help me, Miss Teresa. Obedience is better than I got to find it. Where the ministers at this morning? I'm trying to remember the scripture. Did somebody just send it to me? No, they didn't. Obedience is better. No. Amen. What are we reading out of? Anybody want to help me? But obedience is a great thing. It's better to be obedient. And when I find it, I will let you know. And if I think it's in Proverbs, if I'm not mistaken. So give to be obedient, not to get something in return. And I'm trying to find it. Anybody want to help me? No. Where are my Bible scholars at? know, y'all looking just like I'm looking. Nobody. Okay. But I'll find it. And when I find it, I'll come back to it. But give out of obedience. More than giving to get something in return. So, I'm highly favored not because of what I constantly get, but of what I give. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to get into all the fun stuff. And here's my disclaimer one more time. Women, we're not here to bash you. Okay? We're not here to bash you. We're just here to say a couple of things. So I don't want y'all to take it the wrong way. Okay? Oh, obedience is better than sacrifice. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Be obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Be obedient. So give because you're being obedient. Tithe to be obedient. Not because you're looking for checks in the mail. You're looking for rebates. You're looking for debts canceled. That comes with the given territory. But don't give because that's what you're looking for. Give to be obedient. Because when you give in obedience, God will give it back to you. Right. So, when we come back, it's going to get juicy. We're going to get ratchet on this Ratchet but Righteous Tuesdays. Yes, we are. Big Juice said, hey, women in the NBA. Yeah, I know. They're in the NBA, and that's cool. Nobody is saying they can't be in the WNBA. We're not saying that. We're talking about, how can I put this? I'm not here to bash women and the things that y'all want to do. And I'm not here to talk down on women. I'm not here to discredit women. I just want y'all to think this through properly. Okay? And I need for you to understand that what they are pushing for is a whole lot bigger than what you see right now. So we'll be back.
Never change.
YMCA.
Are you ready?
Your 2020 starts here.
Young.
New body, new mind, a new you.
Are you ready?
Your 2020 starts here.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Your 2020 starts here.
Young.
Family YMCA.
Swim the Distance 100-mile swim club is a member-only swim challenge that helps you push yourself to the limit in the water in 2020. This lap swimming challenge starts in January and ends December the 31st. Swim at your own pace with your own strokes for as many days as you need to reach 100 miles. Register for the challenge online. Be sure to ask a Y lifeguard the distance of your Y pool so you can keep track of your miles. Young.
Family YMCA.
So we'll be back with more of the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show. But before we do that, let's make a proper introduction for Mama Quita when she decides to get here. So here's her baby daddy without the baby, my man Sean Isaac with Love You Harder. We'll be back right after this.
Tell me something I need to know. Then take my breath and never let it go. If you just let me invade your space, I'll take this pleasure and take it with the pain. And if in the moment I bite my lips, baby, in the moment you know this is something bigger than us beyond bliss. Give me a reason to believe in. And if I want to keep you, I gotta to love you harder. I gotta love you harder. And if I really need you, I gotta to love you harder. Love you harder. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Harder, 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 harder. I know your motives and you know mine. The ones who love me, I tend to leave behind. If you know about me and choose to stay, then take this pleasure and take it with the pain. And if in the moment you bite your lip, when I get you moaning, you know it's real. Can you feel the pressure between your hips? I'll make you feel like the first time. And if I want to keep you, I gotta to love you harder. I gotta love you harder. And if I really need you, I gotta to love you harder. Love you harder. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Harder, 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 harder. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Harder, 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 harder. So what do I do if I can't figure it out? I gotta try again. Oh, so what do I do if I can't figure it out? Said I'ma leave again. you harder. And if I want to keep you, I got to love you harder. I gotta love you harder. And if I really need you, I gotta got to love you harder. Love you harder.
Yeah.
ODLTL. Yes. Mr. Sean Isaac will love you harder. Mama Quita's theme song. I told y'all we gotta make the proper introduction. Good morning, Mama Quita. Good morning, Mama Quita. Hey.
Okay, so I'm a little bit lost. I was logged on, but I didn't hear everything. I was in a meeting on my own. So
That's cool, Mama Quita. You good money. And I book. No, I was only laughing because as soon as I did the introduction and the song started playing, you popped up. So I was like, right on time. Right on time, right on time, right on time.
see how God be working stuff out. He just be doing.
Hey, I let him have his way because my way ain't worked yet. So I just surrender. So, ladies, I gave my disclaimer already, and I'm not going to do it again. Okay.
Hey, Jules.
And I'm not going to give my disclaimer again. Okay? So, work with me, ladies. We're not here to bash you. We're not here to talk bad about you. I just got a couple of questions. Just some questions, some common sense questions, and by the bottom of the hour, we're going to get a little righteous on you. Is that cool? Don't give me that look, Mama Quita.
No, I'm looking because my whole Zoom is gone on my computer. But I'm still
live. Yeah.
live.
Yeah, you good money. God know. Didn't you say God know what he was doing?
Yeah, but it's a little funky because I can hear the live, but then my YouTube is playing in the background, so I'm hearing double.
Right, so you should.
Double. So it's weird right now.
So you should cut your YouTube. You should mute your YouTube in the background.
I can't. That's the funny thing.
Oh. Sad.
It's weird. Okay, go ahead. Let me figure this out. Y'all see my facial expressions because I can't see them. It'll be all right.
I can see him though. Be mindful. So, ladies, we here. Women rights. They trying to slick talk women into the NFL. Mama Queen, how you feel about that?
Okay, so y'all know I'm all female. I believe that we can do some things that men can do, but not all things. There is no reason that as a woman, okay, so they're trying to put us into the NFL. Are we playing with these men, or are we having?
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. They want y'all in the NFL.
Okay, that's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah, no, y'all not getting y'all own league. Y'all already got a league.
If I don't want a man hitting me, why would I go out there on the field with a bunch of men that are like 2, 3, 4, 5 times my size for them to hit me?
That's the slick talk.
I don't think that's gonna work for me.
But women already have a football league.
Exactly.
It's called the lingerie football.
It's called the lingerie. Okay, I didn't know that's what it was called, but I knew we had a football league. I go out there and play with some women. I ain't getting on no field with no men.
Yeah, y'all. They come out with like lingerie type.
No. There's an actual women's football league where they wear uniforms. And
that's the league I'm talking about. They come out with the helmets.
No, they do not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
They do not.
So when you find it, I want you to show it to me, because facts is the only woman football league is the lingerie league, where they have on the small. Okay.
No. Because I looked, it's one here in Atlanta that I was going to actually look into signing up, but then I said I would just do kickball. Me and kickball is good.
Right. But I'm talking about I didn't know about professional. I ain't talking about the sign up, pay your $200 to play league. I'm talking about professional football. Women have professional football league. It's called the lingerie league. They have on the little halter top, the little tink shorts. They got shoulder pads, helmets, mouthpieces, and all that.
Okay, so yeah, they ain't got on no lingerie. They do have on little bitty shorts.
It's called the lingerie football league.
I didn't know it was called lingerie.
Right, so just take it from somebody who used to go to the games. Okay, right.
They ain't got on no lingerie though.
At first they did, till they started making them have like proper uniforms. It's the only reason why men will go. They get more money than the WNBA. They pack out arenas.
But you said,
you know, a girl gonna get tackled by a man, she's out for the season. Well, my thing is this. Number one, I can understand why women want to come into the football league, because y'all letting the transsexuals take over all y'all stuff. So it makes sense. So I get it. But besides that, besides the transsexuals taking over all the women's sports, women feel that they can play football. My only issue is men, we're going to look at it as, oh, you want to come out here and play? Cool. Do you understand the consequences for coming out here playing? If you do, then come on and play. The only problem I have is you're going to have some men are going to go out to prove a point to women. And some men are not going to appreciate women trying to be in the NFL. So now you will have a target on your back being in the NFL.
Okay. So are we saying that we're going to have actual women out there playing, or are we saying this so that the transgenders can get out there and play?
No.
Trying to be okay.
Have y'all not been paying attention? Y'all ain't been paying attention to the commercials? They want women. Right now, the biggest advocate they're pushing for is that soccer lady. The soccer chick. The one who talked all the trash about Donald Trump. her. She's the biggest push. That's who they keep putting. Did y'all watch the Super Bowl? Did you not see the Super Bowl commercials?
No.
Did you? No? Okay.
No.
Okay, so there's one commercial in the Super Bowl where somebody kicks a field goal. There's two people on the football field. Don't know how they only had two people on the football field, but that's neither here nor there. So the crowd is cheering and da-da-da-da-da. So they take off the helmets. The camera is doing the 360 in slow motion. They swinging their hair, and it's women. And then they go find this white guy in the stands, big white dude. They find him in the stands, and it's like everybody is looking at him to see what his reaction is going to be. And it gets quiet. And then he starts to cheer. It was like, yeah, they can do it. Two women is right. So it's this push. But it's the catch-22. It's what's behind the push. It's the agenda that's coming with the push. Because if you paid attention to the Super Bowl, pretty much there was only 3 commercials that wasn't pandering. Every other commercial was pandering to a cause. There was only 3 commercials that didn't pander. Okay? That was the Doritos commercial, which was not as good as the other ones, but I always liked the Doritos commercials. And there was the 2 Trump commercials. Everything else either showed women being single parents or men being brought up by single parents to achieve something, or it catered to women's rights. They was catering to women astronauts. They was saying that there wasn't enough women. The secret commercial that they brought out that they didn't even air because it got leaked. The football commercial. So it was a lot of pandering towards this woman's rights thing. Women can do what men can do type of thing. So and we already know what that is attached to. So this is how they trying to sneak it in. They bringing it in through commercials, through entertainment. So and the wording was impeccable. And listen, do I believe women can do what some things men can do? Yeah, they can. Are there some things that women can do that men can't do? Sure. However, it says, I love it when the girls rip their clothes off and fight at the game. That one. That was another commercial. And then it was redirected and rerouted about women's rights. So everything was pandered towards that. And they keep hinting at women being in the NFL. So it's very interesting. All of the NFL commercials, like I told Ms. Margot this morning, they're on YouTube.
So they have already said how dangerous football is, and they're taking precautions when they had the whole concussion movie come out, and they're talking about all of this, how it has the long-term mental effects and stuff. So I'm a little bit confused as to why a woman, and I know all women are not small like me. I know all women are not short. I know there are some big women, but I don't care how big you are. You cannot withstand a full blow from a man. So Ms. Margot says they better have some darn good medical. Well, insurance do have clauses. I've been doing a lot of research on life insurance, and they have clauses where they will not cover you if you participate in certain activities. So, is it just me?
So that's not covered under pre-existing.
No, because pre-existing would be an actual condition of health.
Okay.
It's one thing if you actually have a condition of health, but it's something else when you go out there and you put yourself in the middle of something to be hurt.
Wouldn't that be considered like a mental disorder?
No, that would not be a mental disorder, because if it was a mental disorder, they wouldn't allow you on that field.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, I mean, is it just me, y'all? It don't make sense.
Good morning, Mr. Darnell. Your facial expressions are priceless.
You gonna go
right
out
now.
here and put yourself in the middle of death anyway, because all it's gonna take is one man to hit you right and knock you slap out, like for real, die.
Well,
like,
let me ask the football king,
sense?
Mr. Darnell. Good morning. How do you feel about women playing in the NFL? And Mama Quita, I agree. But first, let me say, when you was talking about the movie that Will Smith did, your facial expression was priceless. So, besides that, besides your facial expression being priceless, because it said it all. But think about it. They've been trying to dumb down a lot of sports. They've been trying to feminize a lot of things that they consider barbaric. So, if you bring women on the football field, then that will dumb down the masculinity and the barbaricness of football. I mean, think about it. They got the Brady Manning rule where you can't really hit the quarterback like you used to. So and they start bringing in all of these crazy little fouls and this, that, and the third. So football is not even really as contact as it used to be.
So let me.
Priceless again.
So
priceless.
You're right. You're right. It may not be as physical, but as you said, these men gonna feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come to hit a female for being on the field, they gonna try their best to kill her.
Or they gonna break something.
Okay. Or they gonna paralyze her. It's gonna be some repercussions. And I don't care how you try to feminize football. And I don't mean this to make nobody feel no type of way. But even the sweet ones on the football field are manly.
You better tell them, girl.
So they may be sweet, but you best believe they out there with the brutality too.
Because he's still a man. I don't care.
He's still a man.
I don't care how many pantyhose he put on and you know how. Yeah, he's still a man. But okay, but don't you think that would be infringing on women's rights?
No, I feel like that's infringing on the men's rights, actually.
We ain't got no rights. So we can just throw that out the window. We ain't got no rights. Okay? So you can hang that up. Because I do have a question. I want to know, what rights are women lacking?
You know, you're the second woman that couldn't answer that question. Because I asked Miss Margot.
Did you hear that?
I asked
Did you hear the pin drop?
I asked Miss Margot that same question yesterday, and I got the same response. It got quiet. I can hear the cows on the start mooing as she was driving down the street, and you can hear them go moo. Cause
Miss Margot said, "Play football with your mate behind closed doors." That's about as much as you need to be doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Unless you're gonna get out there and play with your same sex, because you know y'all gonna hit each other about the same strength. I ain't going out there to let no man. I don't want no man hitting on me.
What if he smack you on the butt? You know.
That's something different. But I ain't going out there for you to come and full on tackle me like like hit me up and throw me across the feet. That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah. Well, not because you know this is you already know they gonna be looking for special rules. You already know that.
Yeah, they gonna be looking for special rules, but then it ain't gonna be football.
I like Miss Margot's suggestion. I want to play quarterback with my mate. Let me be the quarterback. Let her be the center. Yeah. Because as a quarterback for 5 years, you know, the first thing they tell you as a quarterback is you're supposed to sit the nutsack right on top of your top hand. That's what they tell you. So I got some quarterback in the makeup on. Let me see if I still got it. Yeah, right.
Right. Why they gonna change that? They gonna have their own locker room, but we want to be out here on this field. I got so many issues with this right now.
They own locker room. What are you talking about? They want.
Big Juice said, plus how the ladies gonna change in the locker room.
They listen. We can turn our backs as she get dressed.
I got so many issues with this right now.
Y'all are infringing on women's rights.
I'm a woman, doggone it.
Y'all infringing on women's rights. I'm just saying. The bed will take a fall. Yes, we will have to buy a new box spring.
Not if you get the right bed. Stop playing.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
Don't go get no cheap bed. I'm just saying, go get you some real wood.
Yeah. Go get you some 2x4.
No, get you some real wood.
Something that can handle some impact. And make sure you pull it away from that sheetrock wall. We don't want you going through that shit. You know, that's the best way to practice safe sex. Pull the bed away from the wall so you don't crack your head. Right. But you know you're going to look. Of course, some men are going to look. It's a naked women running around the locker room. First off, we not even going to look because you're naked. It's more so most men are going to be in awe because it's like there's a woman in the men's locker room. I'm confused. Why in the hell is
okay?
So
now you're bringing up a whole nother issue because now you're putting temptation in the face of
married men.
Duh. Not only temptation, but married men in relationships. And now you're going to have issues with those. But not only that, now, and I hate to say this like this, but you're going to have rapes. You're going to have, it
sexual assault.
Sexual assault, right.
Aggravated assault, and you're liable to
all of that.
You know. But guess what? That's what they want. Didn't you read the agenda out loud? Did you forget what you read?
I did. No, I ain't forget. I'm just saying it makes no sense to me.
Well, listen. So, how does this work? Because now you got women fighting for other rights. They the transgenders are taking over all the little girl sports. And now you still got the little girl in Connecticut that's still trying to sue because she felt like if Tim and Bob didn't put on a wig and a dress and identify as a girl, that the girls could have won. But they didn't. Because think about it. The people who make Barbie, now they got the transgender baby doll. They got it's a woman at the top, and he got a little wee wee at the bottom. Then they got the gender neutral dolls, where the doll looked like a dude, but he got on girl clothes, and the one that looks like a girl got on dude clothes. However, these have been the rights that women have been fighting for behind the doors in political arenas for the last 20 plus years. So, I told y'all to tell Lil John he was a boy and stop encouraging him to snap his fingers. So let me ask this. To a certain degree, do women feel somewhat responsible? And I'm going to ask black women this question, especially those that loved our beloved black president.
I'm a black woman. I don't feel responsible because my boys didn't come up like that. Nobody in my family was raised like that.
I got that.
Because they got the fist to the chest.
I got that.
They got their teeth knocked out.
Damn.
They was raised to be boys.
So,
and if they got caught doing all of that, they got corrected.
but
So
what about the friends in the workplace and the little boys that we went to school with? Because I went to elementary school with a dude that was flaming. And it's crazy because about maybe 6 years ago, I saw him out on 10th Street. And he still looked the same height, same shape, but he looked real sickish. But however, we used to tell him in the 4th grade that you are a boy. So stop with all of this, because he'll start talking to you like this, and then one of us will just slap hell out of him real quick and be like, yo, stop talking to me like this, and talk to me like a dude. That got us in trouble. But, you know, me, I don't really care about getting in trouble if it's right. So what about those? Because now they're teaching our children. Because, believe it or not, they have the book in the pre-K.
yeah, I know.
Princesses, boys can be princesses, and somebody got 2 daddies.
Yeah, I done heard and seen them books.
Right. But I want to go get them and take them out back and set them on fire. I'm willing to. That's what I want to do. But won't nobody tell me where they are, though.
I'm sorry. This is my thing. What you do is what you choose to do. But why is it, and we've brought this up so many times, why is it that we have to force the entire world to accept what you do? Oh, and it ain't even about me accepting it. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But I don't have to agree with what you do.
Because y'all
but don't try and force it on me.
Because y'all let black people drink out of the water fountain. Finally.
There's a big difference between me being born this color.
I was born that way.
And me choosing to be.
It's not
okay,
a choice.
So we going off on a whole nother. Let's reel this back on in over here. Let's reel this back on in. So I don't agree with the females in the NFL.
What put in my?
Why put it in my face?
Cause y'all single, cause y'all straight couples be out holding their hands in the movies and y'all all on TV and the Huxtables they used to kiss each other on TV and hold hands.
Well, okay, if that's how you feel, then fine. But why are we forcing this on our children? Why are we forcing it? Okay, again,
Cause you
we
grown
moving.
already.
Let's pull this back here. Let's bring this on back in. We talking about the females in the NFL
and women's rights.
We need okay, and that whole Jezebel spirit. You ain't even got on that yet. Let's keep it moving.
Right. So we at the bottom of the hour. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel that the Jezebel spirit is the cause and behind what's being pushed? Because you got grown men that are being suckered to support something that they typically wouldn't normally support on a regular day.
I can see how that could go hand in hand. I could definitely see how. Yeah, I would have to say, yeah. Well, first off, the Jezebel spirit, a lot of people have a misunderstanding about what the Jezebel spirit is.
Right.
The Jezebel spirit, if you were brought up in the traditional way, you learned that the Jezebel spirit was that woman over there with all this makeup on, the hoochie mama clothes, and all of that. That is not the full-on Jezebel spirit.
No. It's about
Jezebel
control.
spirit is more of
Control.
manipulation and control. Jezebel was married to Ahab, and she took she basically was his backbone, decided she was going to do something about what she didn't like, and took over, and he sat back like a side back.
Like a female dog. It's all right.
And allowed her to run his stuff.
He sat back like a female dog. You scared to say it? I ain't scared to say it. He was a little female dog. He was He was a beta male. He was a
beta male, and she was an alpha female, and she took over. And and then she took her kids and decided she was gonna make them do what she wanted them to do, and ended up destroying her whole family. Jezebel spirit is all about control and manipulation. So where we are right now in the world, I would definitely say there is a great Jezebel spirit behind everything that's going on. And with that, that's the push of the whole feminine movement. We're going to force everybody to
accept what we want,
be molded into what we want them to be. We're going to force you into accepting what we say is correct. No.
Welcome back, Stevie.
Because we are so conditioned. It is so funny because social media, regular media, TV, artists, everybody's so subtly and subliminally begin to give you all of these messages, and you begin to become desensitized in what is right and what is wrong. And we begin to accept what they say. We have to accept whether or not you want to or not. So it's definitely a Jezebel spirit behind it. It's just they not doing it as forcefully. They're doing it with more charisma and more subtleties than pushing it and forcing it on you like, this is what it is and you're going to accept it. No. They're slowly introducing things into your eyes, your ears, your mind, and you begin to see it so much that you just begin to accept it as the normal.
That's the reason why I said, if you didn't watch the Super Bowl, which was a great game, by the way, go Kansas City. Thank you for bringing it back home to the AFC. The Patriots, we appreciate you. However, if you pay attention to the commercials, they was well thought out. Like I said, there was only 3 that wasn't pandering. The Doritos commercial was meant to be funny. It wasn't really as funny as they normally are. And you had the Trump commercial that talked about criminal justice reform, and it was something else that they talked about political. But outside of those, everything else was when I said pandering to its finest, it's like you have to go back and like listen to the words, like listen to what they were saying, like pay very close attention. And even when you watch regular television, like I always pose the question about like the housewives. Here are women, especially when you start talking about like Love and Hip Hop and those that we are on, the Housewives of Atlanta. We put women in a position, and these are women, or supposedly powerful women, or their husbands are powerful, whatever the case may be. And if a woman doesn't agree with the program of the foolishness, she's let go. She's put off the show. If a woman comes on and she wants to do something righteous, something positive, she's doing great things in the community, she's exit from the show. However, when you have those that they just want to cause confusion, is fights, is problems, is this and that, they keep those. And my thing is, what are we really showing our daughters? What are we really saying to our young women? That it's cool to have the eyelashes that look like you're gonna fly away, you know. I just want to see one bat real fast and see if she'll take off. I really do. That's just me. I just want to see her just take off and fly away. However, and all we see and that's all we see, that's all we get is women bashing. But there's a great push for women's rights on this hand. And then on this hand, we fighting and carrying on and manipulating and doing our foolishness. But they are both promoted and produced by the exact same people. Nobody, and it's crazy how nobody sees that, and they connect the dots, and then they bring men in, and when they bring the men in, the men are scared to speak up. They scared to say something. You heard what she said, right? Man, I don't give a damn what she said. That ain't right. That is this. These are the facts. And, well, brother, you hating on women. Well, if that's how you want to look at it, then yeah, I'm hating on women. Well, I'm not hating on women. I'm hating on, as Miss Margot would say, the female anatomy. That's what I'm hating on. Because just because you're a certain age doesn't qualify you to carry a certain title. So this push. So women, I need for y'all to be very, very careful. Because when I say y'all are being used, and men, we are being pushed out of the way. And how I know, what's the little sweet cheek name from CNN? The little black guy who always got something to say. Lamont. No, that's what. Don Lemon. Lemon. Sweet cheeks. Him. Yeah. Okay. So, he's in court right now for alleged, pretty much like sexual assault. Remember, he was the big push behind the Me Too movement. He coined the phrase, "You should believe all female victims." This is how the Me Too was birthed and all of that, and it was splattered all on CNN and this, that, and the third. Now he's brought up on his own sexual assault charges. Apparently, he was in a club. Well, not a club, but he was in a bar. Somebody asked to buy him a drink. He said, "No, I don't want to be bothered." So, I guess as the night progressed, he saw the bartender, or I guess whoever the bartender was, just asked him if he wanted a drink. So apparently Sweet Cheeks stuck his hands down in his pants, rubbed in his genitalia area, pulled his hands out, put his finger up to the dude's nose, and said, "Smell this. Do you like wee or cookies?" Now, the bartender has to be a much better human being than I could have been. And maybe he thought real quick, like, "Oh, nah, that's a lawsuit. Let me not punch him. Let me not hit him. Let me just file a lawsuit." Now, when the Me Too movement was out, CNN was everywhere. When I say they are quiet, because now it took about 6 months. This happened about 6 months ago. When it first happened, I mentioned it. Now they're actually going to trial. They got videotape and they got eyewitness. The eyewitness was the guy's boss. He said he was standing right there when he did it. And they was more so, and he said that the reason why the guy didn't react because he was more in awe than anything. Listen, a grown man walk up to me. Soon as he would have stuck his hands in his pants and started rubbing himself, we would have had an issue then. Bruh, what you doing? And then for you to take your hands out of your pants and put it in my face and wipe it across my nose and ask me, do I like hot dogs or cookies? I wouldn't have cared if you was Barack Obama. I would have beat brakes off. I would owe CNN some money. Because they'd be like, "Look, we pay this dude X amount of dollars a year to be on this show. He can't be on this show right now because of you. So either you're going to do this show or you're going to pay out his contract." That's how this conversation would have been. Because I would have stumped his face into the concrete or the floor. I would have literally tried to kill this dude. Just even sitting here thinking about it, telling y'all about it, I would literally have done something. Right, I wouldn't have let it got that far. As soon as he stuck his hand in his pants, bro, what do you do? What are you doing? Now you pulling your hands out your pants trying to put it in my face? Son, I would have served you the ill 12 with nothing to drink. I'd have gave you all 5 large size, all 12 biscuits, and all 24 pieces of chicken. I laid you out. But this is where we are. These are the things, but this is what I'm saying. They advocate for one thing. They do something different, but it's all supported by the same people.
It's crazy.
Crazy is an understatement.
And if it was somebody else, he would have got beat down. Like that took a lot. That took a whole lot of strength for that person to have just let that go like that.
Strength, man.
Yeah, I do say strength because that takes strength to restrain yourself from doing something like that. It takes strength.
When the police interviewed the guy, according to the police statement, the dude said he was like, he went into like complete shock.
Yeah, you would have went into complete shock too because you'd been like, did this fool just do that?
Man, I would have pounded this dude. As soon as I saw you stuck your hand in your pants. And Donna, and I was about to call him Donna Lamone. Big up to Jericho Green. Y'all go follow Jericho Green on YouTube. Oh man, he called him Donna Lamone. So so big up to Jericho Green, man. Listen, Don Lemon has been known to do a lot of things, even on live television, that they have allowed him to get away for years. But I just want to see how CNN is going to handle this situation. Because they supposed to go to court in the end of February. Donald, apparently, according to the courts, they have already offered a 7-figure settlement. So it doesn't go to court. Because you know, when it goes to court, it becomes public information.
It does.
And be like, what are you going to say, Donnie? Miss Donna Lamone. Me too. Believe all victims. Me too. I was a victim. Yeah. So we're going to take your advice. We're going to believe the victim. The dude who you decide to put your sweaty genital sweat in his face with your finger. I would have beat brakes off you, son. I still be trying to find bail money right now because you'll still be laying in intensive care. Because so I would have tried to crack your ribs into your heart. Like, I'd have tried to break your rib cage. Your whole center mass. I would have tried to collapse. You wouldn't have been on TV for a long. You'd have had to learn how to speak again. You'd have to go to speech therapy, all that. 'Cause, man, listen. I love Jesus Christ, but you're not going to stick your hand in your pants and put your finger in my face. It's like a woman doing the same thing to another woman. That's crazy. But the Jezebel spirit is real. She's running real rampant. Oh, because Ellen DeGeneres had 2 commercials on the Super Bowl. 2 with her and her wife. And I didn't like the commercial with Anthony Anderson and his mama. Because they kept showing the single mama thing. And that really got under my skin too. So
What ain't gonna. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and look
Yeah.
at these
So
commercials.
the panning that black boys don't have dads, or it was, when I say the Super Bowl was strictly built around women, it was strictly built around women. What it do, Mr. Raff? So they've been, before the Super Bowl even started, they've been putting this soccer chick out there. They keep showing clips of her on the football field, kicking field goals and all this other good stuff, and how good it would be for women to break into the NFL. And hey, it's a lot of pandering going on. And women rights, and they had the astronaut. They said that there are no when it comes to certain technologies and space, that they need to have more women and something to that effect. But they had a real female astronaut. So I was like, we've had plenty of female astronauts who really went into space. So I'm confused as to how you're trying to say that there are no women in this business, because there's a woman in space right now orbiting the Earth for the weather people. Right. So it's but the way it's presented, oh boy, listen. It looks so it's beautiful. Big Juice said, "What you think about Mama?" I mean, what you think about Mama rights?
I got it. Big Juice. There is really, there's not much of anything that women don't have rights to already. The only thing that, and it's not I don't even know. Is there a law that says women can't play football? Is there an actual law that says women can't play football? That's a question, Gov. You know. I didn't think so. So that means we have right to do it.
Y'all
but
gotta
just because
leave.
you have the right to do things doesn't make it right. If that makes sense.
Mama
Some
Quita.
stuff you just got to have common sense with.
Mama Quita. We're not talking about common sense. We're talking about rights.
I'm just saying, some stuff we have to have common sense about, but I just feel like this whole women's right thing is going like way, way, way overboard. Because y'all, it's like they're making big deals. You're making a mountain out of a molehill for what?
How dare you?
For what? Just because you can? Just because you can? I mean, don't get me wrong. I am so grateful because women do have the rights that we have now. We've come a long ways. But I can say the same thing for Black people as a whole, for Hispanic people, Latin American people, Native American people. I mean, it's, you were born a woman, you should have rights just like the same equality as men do. You should, black, white, blue, yellow, green, we should all have equal rights. I get that. But at the same time, we want to melt the line that says women should do this, men should do that. But it is what it is. There's a certain place, and I know I'm going to probably get backlash for saying this, but there's a certain place that women are supposed to be in, and there's a certain place that men are supposed to be in. What's wrong with being a woman? What's wrong with being when I say feminine, I mean the real definition of feminine. I mean soft, gentle, being a woman and loving being a woman. Why should I step outside of being a woman to do what a man does? I don't want to.
Cause I got that right.
I have that right too, but I don't want to.
I want to know how many men would want to. I don't know none. Nah, I already got the answer to that question.
I mean, it's. I don't even know how to. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong answer for that. To be honest, Big Juice, but personally, I think we have what we need to be successful.
But you know what? I was having this conversation the other day. And you know, somebody was like, well, women deserve equal equality too. So I said, you know what? Okay. So then you need to start opening doors for your man. And if somebody breaks into the house, instead of waking him up, then maybe you should get up and go downstairs and put your husband and your children in a safe place so nothing happens to them. Maybe you should deal with the woes of, having your children stripped away and let somebody, except for a woman to open the door for me doesn't make sense. Yeah, and I agree, Steve, but when a woman tells you that she wants the same equal equality as a man and this, that, and the third, then let her wear them shoes. I'll let you wear them shoes. So that was the statement I made. Then why don't you just open the door for your man? Well, I ain't supposed to open it. A man's supposed to open the door for a woman. But you said you wanted equality. So open the door. Somebody breaks into the house instead of, babe, somebody, you hear that? No, just get on up and go on downstairs. Somebody start fighting or something, then jump in front of the man and protect them the way he's supposed to do you. Go out there and teach the son how to play football. Go play catch.
But it's the same double standard. It's the same double standard. Because you want me, you want to be able to do everything he does, but then you want him to do what he's supposed to do. Well, you want to be the man, but then you want the man to be the man. You can't be the man if you want the man to be the man.
Yeah, that sounds real stupid, doesn't it? That's how I look at it. That sounds stupid. But you know why I think they really want equal quality? And let me and ladies, I'm sorry. Men, I'm sorry. So let me give my disclaimer now. I just did. I said I was sorry. Okay. But Steve said, the way I was raised, a woman walks on the inside. I could never allow a woman to do different than that. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to protect them. And not only is she supposed to walk on the inside, she's supposed to walk like a half a step in front of you so you can see all of her. This is so can't nobody run up behind you or run up behind her. So you can be able to keep eye. That's protection. It's supposed to be on the inside. The children's supposed to be in front of you so you can see the kids. This is how kids get snatched because they be walking and the children be 20 feet behind. So, but this is my number one reason And I don't give a damn I don't care about the backlash. But this is my number one reason, and you can bring the backlash all you want to. The only reason, my number one reason why I feel most of these women want, what you call that? Fair, equal equality, or whatever y'all crying about, is because you want to be able to pass out the cookie as much as you want to and not be considered a whore. Because that was the first foundation, and that was the number one thing that they talked about 20 plus years ago. So I feel that is still your foundation and your number one reason. So you can give out your cookie to whoever you want to, as many as you want to, and not be considered a whore. I don't care if you don't like what I just said. I don't care if you're mad at what I just said. I'm prepared for all backlash. You only want equal equality so you can be a hoe. That's it.
Well, I'll say at the beginning, it did start off that way. I'll agree with that. But now, I don't know, because it's so much more than just that at this point.
But it's stacked on top of that. It grew from that.
Yeah, but at the beginning, like I said, at the beginning, that is where it started at.
Because you want to be a hoe.
But now, it's so far beyond that. That's like so far at the bottom of the barrel right now, you can't even find that.
But that's the foundation. Regardless if it being at the bottom of the barrel.
But okay.
It's still,
again,
you gotta build a house
there.
Yeah, you gotta build a house from somewhere.
So far beyond that.
Right.
So if it's so far beyond that, you can't even find that. That's really not even, in my opinion, that's not even.
Half of the Me Too movement, women were hoes. I'm confused.
Again, it started there.
It's still attached. The Me Too movement, I can be a hoe. I can have you cheat on your wife. I could be the hoe to you. And then as soon as you break the rule, then, now I'm sexually assault. It still all goes back to that. Now, the pay and all the other stuff and the NFL and this, that, and the third, that might be a little different. That has stockpiled and it has grown. But it's still pulled from the basis of its foundation.
Because at this point, even just being the side chick is accepted, and it's not, that ain't got nothing to do with the women's rights.
It is, because now they are pushing for that.
Pushing for what?
If being a hoe was not accepted, then side chicks wouldn't be all over social media. It wouldn't be a big thing. Everybody wouldn't want to play the role.
Again, I agree with you. That's where it started, and that's what made it accepted.
Steve said it's like the seed that makes the flower no matter what.
Again, I agree with you. That's what started it, and that's what made it okay. But at this point, is where is it?
The Me Too movement is an extension from that. Think about it real hard. The Me Too movement is an extension from that. It just now has a new name and a new face. Prime example, Daddy Bush, the New World Order. The new name and new face, same agenda, same principle, same thing. It's just now called globalization. Nothing has changed. We had global warming. New name, new face. It's called climate change.
Give me what Give me that same scenario with the Me Too.
It has changed. It's just now called the Me Too movement. I can't sexually assault you when we've been sleeping together for years.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, because you can't be the side chick no more, or you can't just pass your cookie out to whomever you want because you can't do the Kamala Harris and sleep your way to the top and then try to run for president. Now, you in your feelings, now it's the Me Too. It was like I said, it was based on the basis that women can do what men do. You can be pretty much you can be a hoe. You can pass your cookie out who till you want to. So now, how can I still do this and bring down the male structure simultaneously? Me Too. Now, we fighting for rights of the Me Too. So it's still all interconnected. It's almost like global warming. Now it's called climate change. Same principle, same lies, same people, different face, new name. Nothing, as Pastor always say, as Pastor Gray always say, as you've always said, the devil tactics doesn't necessarily change. It changes faces, and it changes titles, it changes names. So, his tactics hasn't changed. It just got a new face and a new name. The same way we used to sing in the street. You know, the game don't change. The faces do. The names do. But the game is still the same. The objective is still the same. We just polish it a little bit. Switch it for the next generation. Make it catchy. Because now everybody likes catchy. Me Too. Think about it. The devil ain't changed his tactics. He just gave new name, new faces. Switched it up a little bit. He gave you Daddy Bush. He said we're going to call it the New World Order. And niggas start reading the Bible and said we not doing that. So then what we do? We give you Barack Obama. And we call it globalization. Same thing. Same laws, same principles, same tactics. Just a new face, new name. Now it sounds more prettier. Globalization, sustainable living, smart cities, smart houses, inclusiveness, diversity. It's the same. Just a different name, different face. That's it. It's all the same. The game plan hasn't changed. The introduce the Antichrist has not changed. It just has a new name, a new face. And the difference is, back in the day, it wasn't accepted because people read the word. You had ministers that truly preached. But as we said, as time goes on, they're going to get into the church. That's what they did. So once I dismantled that, now here we are. So now I can still introduce and bring in the Antichrist. It's just going to be more pretty and more widely acceptable. Why? Because now I got somebody more charismatic. I can change the name. Me Too. Globalization. Climate change. It's all the same.
I agree with Stevie Steve. He said, can't you just let us love women for being women?
Yes.
I agree. But how you do that if women don't want to be women and women want to be men?
Put them on the football field. Put them on the football field. I promise you she'll be a woman after the first 2 minutes of the first quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
Wear my heels and dress. I'll take my heels and dress.
But at that point, it's going to be too late because she's going to be laid out somewhere.
Well, then that's when the man come in, like Steve said. Then you bring in the man love. You go out there, you pick her up, you help her out, and say, "I told your stupid behind not to come out here."
Hey, Low Daddy.
What it do, Low Daddy? You know you're an idiot, right? But hey, you wanted to come out here, so I'll let you come out here. I'm just saying, stupid is what stupid does. You're too smart for your own
I'm
good.
just saying.
You got that. I call it the Eve syndrome.
It's gone way too far.
It's the Eve syndrome. You're too smart for your own good. It looked good. It became desirable. You got tricked. Now you want to taste it, but I'm not trying to bite that. I'm not trying to hide in the woods and cover myself. Never tell a woman I told you so. Shh, Steve. I told you so. I'm going to tell him. Hey, Steve, I don't do the, I don't believe in the happy wife, happy life, even though if your wife is happy, your life will be happy. But I believe if I'm happy and she's happy, we both be happy. But you got to be happy before you get here. There's no use in me being happy and you're bitter. And then I'm going to waste my happiness trying to make you happy, and it would never work. So, you do tell women, I told you so. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. They already took the head of household.
You about to mess up somebody's house.
Look,
you about to mess up.
They already took the head of household title away from us.
Mess up somebody's house.
They already.
It may not work for everybody.
Steve.
It don't work.
You can say, I told you so.
It don't work in your house, and that keeps your house happy.
Steve.
Tell that woman that.
Steve. You could tell her, I told you so.
She ain't gonna try and go look for girls. She coming for you.
You could send her.
Tell that woman that.
Then tell her to come on the show, and then I'll tell her for you. He told you so. Listen, Steve, don't be scared. They already took. Look, they already took our tax break away from us as the head of household. I'm not giving you my balls too.
That ain't taking your tax break.
I'm not.
Oh,
I said the government. I said the government.
Your tax break or nothing.
I said the government has already took our tax break as head of household. So we're not even considered the head of our households anymore. Even in the government. If you're
not the head of a household, you ain't.
So again.
But if you are, then you are. The government didn't even take that away. Men took that away from themselves if they walked out of their house.
When I was married and filed joint taxes, I still couldn't claim head of household. So again, because they told me I couldn't claim head of household. When I claimed head of household, the IRS flagged it and sent it back.
Well, I don't know what happened in your situation. But when I was married and my ex-spouse, the whole family, he claimed head of household.
Well, they told me I couldn't claim. And I was legally married with children in the house.
I don't know what y'all had going on.
So.
But
again, Steve, don't be scared. Listen to me. Just say I told you so. You can tell them that.
Don't tell her.
Steve.
Let me tell y'all something.
Steve.
Everybody's house does not work the same.
Steve.
With that being said,
tell her I told you so.
You have to work
and
with
then go pray about it.
Works in your house.
Steve.
Y'all don't listen to these folks who ain't in your house and know how your house works.
Steve. You can say I told you so.
Point blank.
You can say I told you so.
As he has said before, he don't know nothing about relationships. And to listen to Mama Quita, y'all use that right now.
No, I told you I didn't want to talk about relationships.
No.
Mama Quita do the love series.
No.
Steve. It's how you say it, not what you say.
Again.
So you can be subtle and say, baby, I told you that one gonna work,
to make
baby.
Stuff work in your house.
Steve. You can be like, baby, I told you that one gonna work, babe. I'm just saying. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. And Steve, you can be nice about it. You ain't got to be rude. You ain't gotta, I told you so. Nah, don't do that.
Again,
Because that's what they do.
like I
So,
said,
listen, if she can tell you, I told you so, then you should be able to tell to her, I told you so.
again,
Like I said, it's not what you say,
for
it's
your
how you say it. Lil Daddy said, I'm with you, sister. It's cool. But listen, y'all men can jump ship on me all you want to. I don't care. I'm standing. I'm in Georgia. This is a stand your ground state, so I'm standing my ground. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, Stevie Steve, listen to me, okay? Listen to me, Stevie Steve. You don't have to be rude about it. You might be in your feelings. Wait till you come out your feelings and nicely be like, babe, I told you that wasn't gonna work. Simple. He said, everything I did, she will bring up. So when I tell you was going to cheat, I told you. I did, and she will bring up.
Stevie. Let me tell you right now, baby.
Listen, Stevie Steve.
From experience,
Steve.
do what works for your house.
Steve, you can be subtle.
You know what works in your house? Continue.
You can be subtle. I agree. It's how you see it, but at the same time, it's like the best way to get us the most money back from our taxes, file how you file. I mean, it's cool. I'm not knocking the tax thing. I was just talking about the title, head of household. That's all I was saying. But with Steve's point is, I think, is how you say it. You don't necessarily have to blow up at a woman. You don't. You can talk very subtle to her.
Some women, it don't matter how you say it. You just can't say it. But again, you know who you with, so you know what works for y'all.
Man, listen. Steve. You could tell her in a nice way. But he said never tell a woman. Not necessarily his woman, but you're not supposed to tell no woman. In his mind, you're not supposed to tell no woman, I told you so. I disagree with that. Because I'm going to tell you, I told you so. I'm going to tell you, I told you so. You can get mad. I don't care. I'm going to tell you, I told you so. I'm not going to tell you out of anger, especially if you know it's coming. He said, I would be scared when I'm sleeping. Listen, it's laws for that. What it do, Jay? Finny TV! How you doing, baby? Welcome to the WakeBake and Coffee Morning Show. So all I'm saying, you can do it subtle. Babe, I told you that wasn't going to work. Try it another way. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean to her. But you can say the words, I told you so. You just finesse it the way they do. Because I'm going to tell you I told you so. If I told you and it didn't work and you did it anyway. They laughing at me on YouTube. So, Steve, just bring her in on Thursday for the love series. And then
Bring her right on in.
And then you could throw out a hypothetical. And then let Mama Quita say, I told you so.
You let me? No. You know what?
She might take it better from a woman.
Instead, you know what?
Right. See, I agree with Jay. Jay said the facts hurt. It is what it is. I told you so. I told you it wasn't going to work. But you don't have to necessarily be rude. You know what I'm saying? You can just, babe, I told you it wasn't going to work. Now, you can try A, B, and C. See if that works. And you don't even have to come out, and then you can reiterate what you told her in the beginning. Because now it's almost like you giving her a new, fresh idea. I'm just saying, Steve. Look, my word and my balls is all I got. I'm not going to break that for nobody. So, babe, I'm sorry it didn't. And then you tell her, babe, I'm sorry that didn't work out. You know, maybe you should try it this way. There's more than one way that you could tell her I told you so. Something I learned from my pastor. Start off with a compliment. Babe, it looked good. I'm sorry it didn't. But I'm sorry it didn't work. Maybe you should, try it this way, babe. It's still saying I told you so. Just a little subtle and finesse. So now you can sleep at night without being scared. Because I'm not about to lay next to you and be scared. That's not going to happen. I'll call Jesus on you. I promise you'll leave me alone. Miss Margot is laughing at me. Big Juice said Tony Montana. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, look. As you get older, you grow, you learn. You know what I mean? And it's more than, and my grandmother always told me there's more than one way to skin a cat. I truly believe that. Because guess what? Steve said, I'm sorry, it didn't work, you dumbass. I told you so now. But you can't say that, Steve. A woman ain't going to take that kindly. Especially if she already know. Listen, if she already know you done told her, he said, and Jason hit it right on the head. Women only listen to what they want to hear. You can tell a woman 2 whole sentences. She's going to take and rearrange everything you said. So guess what, Steve? Check this out. She already know you done told her. She's expecting you to come back and say, I told your dumb ass it didn't work. So that's what she's expecting. So finesse it. Say, baby, I'm sorry it didn't work. Say, babe, at least you give her the compliment. Babe, at least you tried. At least you tried, babe. At least you tried. But I'm sorry it didn't work. Have you thought about doing it this way? Kill her with kindness. She's going to touch the hem of his... Right. She's going to need to touch the hem of his garment if she try to come at me while I'm asleep. If you can't come at me while I'm awake, definitely don't come at me while I'm asleep. I will call Jesus on you. And I promise you'll have problems. He said, do not touch his anointing. Right. You're going to need it. But that's how you do it. Because Jay makes an excellent point. Women only listen to what they want to hear. And half the time, they not even listening. They just...
Really?
They listening
Half
for
the
key.
time they not even listening.
They listening for
Let
key.
me argue with you on that one, because women listen to everything.
They listening for key.
They don't miss
words.
nothing.
They listening for
just because
key.
they don't say nothing.
They listening
doesn't
for
mean they didn't hear you.
key. They listening for key words. See?
No.
See what I said?
Women listen to everything, and I promise you, they can repeat to you word for word
when I said
what you said a month or two ago.
When I said women only listen to what they want to hear, nothing. As soon as I said they don't listen half the time, see that's what I'm talking about? So it's all about how you say it.
Wait, no.
You said Jesus is 911. Right. That's my
rewind that.
That's my
Because when you said women only listen to certain things, no, wrong.
That's not what I
So
said.
help me with what you just said, boo boo.
See, Jason, you was right. Women only.
Didn't even no. Let me get this together, because let me figure out how to mute this YouTube.
She
So
said
I'm not
she ain't
hearing
even.
two
She said
conversations here.
she said I'm
So
not
I can
even.
make sure that I hear what you said.
She said Jay said she ain't even listening. Women hear everything, regardless if they listening or not. Let me give her that. Women do hear everything. However, when you're telling some women something, I agree with you, Jay. Women only listen to what they want to hear, because they are only going to take out the pieces that they want to take out.
Why I can't mute this?
Don't blame it on the mute.
No, I'm not blaming it on the mute, boo. I need to hear what you said, and I need you to go all the way back and repeat it so I can understand what you're trying to say.
Steve said, all I know is I can't live without a woman, so I'm going to do my best to keep her happy.
That's what you're supposed to do.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Do what works for you in your house.
I'm not mad at you. What I'm saying is, what I said was, can you hear me now? Jay said is that's why he's single.
This background echo.
Miss Margot said she's in tears. Jay said that's exactly why I'm single. Let me know when you're ready. See, we supposed to have been off this live 28 minutes ago.
Say it again, honey.
In the words of X, y'all done started something.
Say it again, boo boo. Say it again.
Okay. I said, Jay said, women. I said, I'm sorry, that don't work for you, dumbass. I told you. I said, nope, Steve, what you should do, start off with a compliment. Baby, you tried.
Leave past all that.
No. I'm going to make sure I back up like you asked. So, baby, I tried. Sorry it didn't work. And so instead of saying I told you, just say, babe, here's another suggestion that you can work. Blah, blah, blah. Then Jay said, women only listen to what they want to hear. And I said, yeah, you're kind of right. Because you can give a woman 2 sentences and she'll take different pieces of it and twist it all the way around and come up with her own conclusion as opposed to what you said. Then I said, women don't listen half the time. Then that's when you said, I'm going to debate you on that. And then I came back and said, to all is fair in love and basketball, so all to be fair, women do hear everything. Whether they say anything or not, they could be 3 rooms away. You could be mumbling under your voice. Women hear everything.
Okay, good deal. I didn't hear all that.
Sad part about women, it doesn't matter how old they get, it always got to be their way.
That depends on the woman.
They always got to be their way. And I agree with that. It do depend on the women because some women don't always get their way. He said there's no 50-50. There's no give and take.
That depends on the woman.
So, go save yourself. I'll save myself. Big Juice said, Jay, he said, stay single. Save your money while you can. Steve said, I love to come home to a cooked meal, a warm breast, so I gotta do the right thing.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna pose this question.
We listening.
I always hear single men say, "Oh, I'm staying single. I'm staying single. Stay single. Stay single." Okay.
What's the question?
I hear you. Do you really stay single because you don't want to deal with those things that you say are typical to you, which you're finding, because you're not happy with what the women that you've come across have given you and you have to deal with? Are you really happy staying single and by yourself? Do you fill that void with women at your need?
Okay.
So is it really a happy place to stay single?
I so let me speak for the two men that I see on Facebook side. Two
I don't
big,
want you to speak for them.
two
I want
two
them to
two
speak for themselves.
two entrepreneurs. One I know travels a lot, has his own business. Um, and I think, like he said, men are tired, and I can understand that position because depending on the industry you in, comes with certain women, or certain women are attracted to your particular industry. And I don't think that men don't want to deal with certain things. I think the number one reason a lot of men, real men, stay single is because I don't want to deal with his foolishness.
That's a
Because
good question. I've been single for so long, I can't remember what loneliness feels like.
that's what
All
Big
right,
Juice
Big
said.
Juice.
So a lot of men have come complacent to be by themselves. Or they might just go out on a date. They're not looking for nothing else. They're not looking for a cuddy buddy. They're not
That's
looking for
still not
friends of a benefit.
answering my question.
Most men stay single because they don't want to deal with the other man's problems.
Again, that is not my question.
He said, "Why do you think men cheat? Look at the things most women do." I'm going to say most, even though he said you. Most women do. Because I don't put all women in the same category, because all women don't go in the same category. You have girls, female anatomies, and you have women. You have boys, male anatomies, and you have men. So those are the three categories I have. So he said, look at the things that most do, but you will say I was most but you will say I was a good woman, yes, but again, look at your faults. And
And
what
again, I asked this question. Maybe I didn't ask it correctly. Let me think of how to reword it. If you found a woman that you could that met your qualifications and you all got along, at that point, would you say that being single is better than being in a relationship? Hey, Miss Long.
Hey, Miss Long, of course not. I mean,
But that's the thing. A single man, these single men are on here saying stay single, that's why I stay single. Okay, so are you staying single because you've not found that one that makes you want to be in a relationship? She ain't rubbing
she
my
ain't
feet.
rubbing my
I don't
feet.
need her.
I don't
Shut
need
Big
her.
Juice.
I love Big Juice. That could be the number one thing. And a lot of men stay single for multiple reasons. So If they
But
haven't
this is
found
my thing.
somebody,
This is
yes, you stay single until you find somebody that you're compatible with, you're happy with, you know you can grow with. I can see us building for a long time, but until then, peace.
and I agree. You stay single till you find that one. But while you're staying single till you find that one, can you really make the blanket statement of stay single?
Well, they didn't. They're not advocating for other people to stay single. He said that's why
Well,
he's
Jay
single.
said that's why I stay. That's why I stay
Right.
single.
He's talking about
But
himself.
see, Big Juice said stay single, Stevie Steve. But he was just saying stay single.
If she meets your qualifications, she's definitely ain't listening because she's independent, very strong minded. Been there. Maybe that's still the answer to your first
Wait,
question.
say that again. Where you see that? I
On
didn't see that.
Facebook.
Read that again.
Say if she meets your qualifications, she definitely ain't listening. Oh, if she meets your qualifications, that was the answer to your question. Yeah, if she meets your qualifications, yes. Then I guess this was the joke. She's definitely ain't listening because she's independent, very strong minded. So he agrees. If she meets your qualifications, then yes. But then the question becomes: every man qualifications is different. Big Juice want his feet rubbed.
And but that's why I said if she
Steve
meets your qualifications.
Steve wants to come home to a cooked meal and some warm breast milk.
But that's why I said if she meets your qualifications.
And he said, I live in New York. Most of these women are fasting about money, and they are. So he doesn't want that. So you stay by yourself. And Ms. Margaret said, I'm single till it's real. They got to find me. And I think a lot of men stay to themselves. They stay single for that reason. It's like, okay, I did this in high school. I did this in my 20s. Now, I Steve said all this BS. I just need my two pillows from heaven. And I agree. Listen, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I tell women all the time, no man really wants to be alone because we wasn't built that
And
way.
that was the point that I was getting to.
No man really wants to be alone. We're not built that way.
That
However,
was the point that I was getting to.
we did take a page from Tyler Perry. I can do bad all by myself. I don't need the extra stress, the drama, the nonsense, the foolishness, the back and forth. Every 2 days you want to argue, this, that, and the third. We ain't got time.
Wait a minute.
She said, "Well, I made my own man." How you do that? How you make a man? Miss Margot said, "I'm from NYC and I've never been about that." But Miss Margot, you've been out of New York for the last 30 some odd years. New York has changed drastically in the last 2. And Jay said he's happy dating beautiful women with no attachment. Things are different from everybody. She said, "I'm joking. I just wanted to make y'all laugh." I was gonna say, how you do that one? That's that weird science thing, huh? I'm gonna put a little Jesus here, put a little that there. But no, I think no man truly really wants to be by himself because we wasn't built for that. The Bible says
And that
no
was
man
the point that I was making when I asked the question.
no man should be alone. However, with the thing is, again, men get tired of sleeping around. Men get tired of this one and that one, the wick ones and the whack ones. It becomes drainage. You get tired of the foolishness, the arguing. You get tired of this, that, and the third. So you tend to just stay by yourself. because it's more peaceful, is less foolishness. So you're right. When you find one that you can build with, you're compatible, you can grow with, you can learn with. Not only you can grow with, but you can learn from. You're not just constantly giving, you're also receiving, and not necessarily re- receiving gifts or benefits or whatever they want to call it. Like you're receiving substance. Then it's easy for you to move on. So, well, you better hit the gym. My stamina is up. So my thing is, I think it just depends on the mental state, the maturity of being a man. Because like I said, I take a page from Miss Margot's book. You got girls, female anatomies, and then you have women. You have boys, male anatomies, and then you have men. So, and Miss Long makes a great point. Some of these women and men are not ready for what they want. And I agree. And that's why I said it becomes a mental thing. You have to grow mentally. And when a man reaches true manhood, his emotions are off the table. His feelings are off the table. It becomes more of he uses his thinker. And that's why I love the New Testament, because it deals with the mind. It's a renewing of the mindset. It's the way you think, as opposed of how you quote unquote stuck in your feelings, what's going on around you. It's being able to be a free thinker, think for yourself. And Steve said, you can't have your cake all the time, but a piece of it tastes damn good. And I think Steve is not even necessarily about really having your cake and eating it too, or having your cake. Is what are we both putting in the cake? Is all the ingredients there to make the cake what it should be? And Jay makes a good point. The internet has messed up a lot of things. And everybody who gets married these days lasts 5 to 7 years the most. Well,
but hold on. Let me intercede. The thing with that is, that's because most people, we've become so trained that it's easy for us to come out of things. People go into marriage already expecting to get the divorce.
That's stupid. It's true.
You go into the marriage. I mean, come on now, let's be honest.
It's true.
You go into marriage already expecting that divorce is an option. It's not like the back in the old days when you said I do. It was till death do us part, and whatever we go through, we going to stick it out together.
Right.
But because everything now is made so easy, and according to have it your way, everything is Burger King now. It's easy to just walk away.
It's quick. That's why he said the internet and technology has killed it.
And 5 years is, if you, any research that you do, if a marriage makes it over the 5-year mark, then all right, we almost there. Make it over the 10-year mark, okay, we good. But that 5-year mark is usually the breaking point.
I'm going the whole full 50 plus. Be with my cane and holding my baby up in her wheelchair. We gonna be moving. We down. I ain't going nowhere. When death do us part, she really means that. That depends on how much you got in your life insurance. And Jay makes another point. Internet, everybody wants that rich life. Everybody want what they want, the glamour. And I agree with you, Mama Quita. Nobody really wants to work. it out. Nobody
And a marriage
wants
is not easy.
right, and
You gotta
nobody
work.
nobody wants. And Jay made a good point when he said it used to be 50-50. And when I never forget at the last radio station I was at, somebody was like, well, it should be 50-50. And I was like, well, why? Why can't it be 100-100? Because if I'm only giving you 50% of me, you're only giving me 50% of you, then where the hell is your other 50%? And where's my other 50%? That's almost like I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I believe in 100-100. I'm going to bring everything in. The whole nine. The check, the feelings, what I'm thinking, everything I want to do. I'm putting it all on. This is it. Putting it all on the table. Steve said busy doing other things. Right. Other things like what? So you put it all on the table. And I expect the same. So when I'm coming in 100, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is coming in to the table with everything. Then it shouldn't be an issue at that point. But when everybody is looking, like Mama Quita said, if we coming in 50-50, that means that we're automatically already looking for a way out because you're halfway in and you're halfway out. So,
Okay, you said you will, but will she? And it's funny, I had this conversation with my oldest son yesterday in the car. If there is already, Mama, if you wasn't married, could we date? You know what? I love you, Big Juice. But if there's already trust issues, why did she even make it to the point of, are we gonna get married? Right. I told my son was saying, well, the question he asked me was, I was telling him that if his girl was going out with her friends and stuff, you don't invite yourself out with her. And he was like, well, I know that. I don't want to go out with her, but I need to do a dress check and I need to follow her and see what's going on. And I'm like, well, why would you do that? And he was like, because trust. And I stopped him right there and I said, no. I said, trust. If you don't have trust, then you don't have a relationship. So you said you will, but will she? That lets me know that's already a question of trust. So why are we even dealing with that?
Right. Because if you're going out, I'm going to dress you before you leave. But put that is the sexiest thing in the closet. I want every head
on a whole nother tangent.
I want every head to turn.
What is this?
I want, listen, I even want the women to be like, damn.
Again, we over here and you all the way over there.
But that's trust. That's what I'm saying. You listen. Make you look good. I want every head to turn where you going. Damn, your husband know you came out the house like that. He picked out this outfit. He bought it.
But you're right. That is trust. You're absolutely correct. And I tell my son, okay, when you're looking at these young ladies, I said, when you're dealing with someone, you already know what type of person they are. If you chose to deal with them, you already know what type of person they are. So trust shouldn't be on the table, because if you didn't feel like you could trust her, why are you dealing with her?
Right.
So I'm just saying, tell him leave that girl. He was just hypothetical. He was just being hypothetical. But that trust issue is definitely the thing is, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you really do have a question about trust with this person. Why would you continue to deal with it?
But Steve asks a good point. Has anyone really truly gone into a relationship trusting one another? I have. You
I
think?
have.
Let me tell you. Do you think I'll be walking down the aisle in June? Well, I won't be walking down the aisle. I'll be standing at the altar waiting on her to walk down the aisle. But you know what I mean. I would be doing that if there was an issue of trust. Now, what I will, and then too, I live by you. You have
there
to
you
know
go.
the
Miss
individual.
Long hit it on the head. Go in trusting until
you give me a reason not to. And I was gonna say, I trust you until you put something out there to make me not trust you. Then that's when we got an issue. You see what I'm saying? I trust you to do the right thing. I trust you to be the person that you claim you are. However, until you give me a reason not to trust you, then I'm going to trust you.
And that's how I deal with everybody. Any relationship that I deal with.
Business, regular, friendship, I trust you. Now, if I know you are, but then too, I was going to say, just like you told your son, you know things about this person. So if I know, it's almost like I know you a snake. It was a story of a woman. She went out. She saw a snake. It was hurt. She picked it up. She took the snake home. She nursed it back to health. And then once the snake got better, he bit her. So she said, "Why did you bite me?" It's stupid. I'm a snake. You didn't trust me to bite you? Like, no, I confused. So if I know you a thief, why would I invite you to my house? If I know you a liar, why would I bring you into the conversation? You know what I'm saying? If I know you a cheater or whatever the case may be, why would I invest time into something I know that is no good?
Stevie C say but in the back of your mind, you know and ready for it. Yes. Okay, so here's my thing, and this is what I've learned. When you're looking for something, you're gonna find what you're looking for.
Right.
And that's whether it's really there or whether your mind has put it there. So if I go into this and if I go into this looking for you to do these things to me, they're going to get done.
Because you subconsciously bringing it into reality. So it's almost like if I came on the show every day and talked about murder, death, kill. And then I walk outside and I get shot. Would you be surprised? No, because I'm always talking about it. I'm always looking for it. So I'm subconsciously bringing it there. Only thing I'm going to keep in the back of my mind is, ooh, I can't wait till she come home in that dress I put her in. Yes, Lord, because easy. Right. That's it. But if you subconsciously put it in your mind, would she cheat? Would she do me wrong? Would she do this? Would she do that? If that is what you're thinking, two things. Number one, you will bring it on yourself. Number two, that means that you have some issues about yourself that you haven't dealt with. That means that you don't even trust yourself. That means that you will always second guess yourself. That now becomes a self-reflection on you. Then at that point, it'll be time for you to look in the mirror, especially if you're doing it with everyone that you've been with. Because the only thing they all have in common is you and your insecurity and your self-esteem.
Okay, so Jay said in New York, there are men on every corner. A woman can't come outside in baggy jeans without a man trying to get at them. all women's goal in 2020 are looking for men with money, period. Then Steve said, but Mama, you know it's going to happen sooner or later. And Big Juice said, Mama calling her brothers, you better run. Okay, so
But
Juice, I'm not calling my brothers. I'm calling my sisters because they're going to do something worse to you than the brothers going to do. Okay, so next. But Mama, you know, I don't know it's going to happen because I don't deal with the same type of men that I have dealt with. And that's a lot of people's problems. Y'all, we going into the love series. Stop playing. That is a lot of people's problems because you're steadily dealing with the same type of person. So you're going to constantly get the same results.
Right.
And that's because you haven't changed to where you're now attracting a different type of person. So that means somewhere you got to do some work on you in order for you to start attracting and be attracted to a different type of person.
And
I hope that made sense.
Makes sense. And to Miss Long piggybacked off of Jason's comment. She said that's not true. What I can say is I look for you to have an honest job and hardworking man. I think sometimes, good morning, Mom. I think sometimes men get, now, don't get me wrong. Jay is right. Most women goes looking for men with money, period. And he's also right that there are men on every corner. And as soon as a woman come outside, they don't are like fleas to a dog. However, Miss Long, you also have to take into consideration that a lot of women don't look at men with money the way you do. So when you say I'm looking for you to have an honest job and be a hardworking man, it's not necessarily that you're looking for him to take care of you. You're looking for him to know, can he sustain himself? Can you take care of your responsibilities? Do you have a honest job? Do you take care of your children? Do you work hard? Will you stay at work longer hours to meet a specific goal that you're trying to do? So I think sometimes when women, and I think it's all about the questioning and wording that how women approach men. It's like, oh, well, I only date dudes who have money, or only date dudes. Seriously, have you ever seen a woman with a poor man? Yes.
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 And let me say this. There's a difference between a poor man and a man that's just making it.
I've seen women sleep outside under the bridge with their husbands because they can't come into the shelter.
Yeah.
And because this man don't trust the shelter that they got, and they do not want to be separated. So they will sleep in the car together until he get back on his feet, until he find another stable job, or until she finds something to help them out. So yes, I have seriously seen women with poor men, and 9 times out of 10, that man is her husband.
Now, that man is her, key word, that man is her husband. Because when you out here dating, that's a different story.
Right.
And I think that's where the conversation was on the dating tip. Now, on the dating tip, when I said there's a difference between a man that's poor and a man that's making it, I don't think no woman that's doing what she's doing and taking herself where she needs to be is going to date a poor man. What she will tell him is, honey, go get yourself together and come back.
And holla at me later.
Holla at me later. But if I see a man that makes less than me and I know you're about your business, then that's a different story.
Because that doesn't really necessarily make him a poor man. That just makes him
That's
a poor
why
man.
I said there's a difference between a poor man and a man that's just making it.
So, but yeah, Steve, I've seen plenty of women with their husbands. They refuse to separate because most family shelters don't take men. So
Exactly, Miss
and
Long.
she said that's exactly what I told my last interest. You know, get it together, make it happen. Because this is the thing. And I agree with Mama Quita. There's a difference between a poor man and a man who's trying to take care of business and not have or be in the top financial market or in a higher tax bracket, so to speak. But if he's working towards that and he's handling business, women look at that differently. And again, that's why I said, Steve, let's take a page out of Miss Margot's book. We got 3 types. You have girls, female anatomies, and you have women. Women, most men who are successful are married. Think about that. And if they're not married, they are almost married, and the same woman that they've been with when they had nothing helped them birth what they have now. God blesses unions. Sorry, it may not be what the single men want to hear, but I'm just going to be 100 with you. I can take my dad, for example. When my dad was single, he struggled. My stepmom's who's on now, when she came into his life, she truly introduced him to God. He truly got into the word. He had someone who understood where he was trying to get to. He can tell where he was trying to go to. He can explain his dreams. When they became, as my dad progressed while they dated, he moved up. But as soon as they got married, he elevated. God blesses his holy matrimony. He not gonna bless you and the chick who just shacked up in the house living together. He not gonna do that. Unions, his union, yeah, he gonna take care of that. Us playing house, because I don't know where we going from here and on there, but most successful men, and the saying is true, behind every successful man stands a strong and successful woman.
Steve just made a good point. Y'all, we gonna have to bring this conversation back tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Yes. Oh, Thursday, sorry. Steve, no, it's still a 2-hour show. We just got caught up.
Right. He said, I gotta freaking go. My customers coming. See y'all later. This show is on 3 hours now. Right. Oh, man. Yeah. And I'm 35 minutes late from clocking in. So, I love y'all.
See you, Miss Long.
Everybody, have a great one, Miss Long. Hi, everybody. I love everybody. We're going to see y'all back here on Thursday. Mama Quita, can we make this the topic for the love series? And let's share led by the Holy Spirit.
I don't even know what this was, to be honest.
This was like the Jezebel spirit spilt over into marriage, spilt over into let's talk about unions. We was talking about unions, relationships, and the blessing of unions and things of that nature. So unless God move you to do something else, because I'm not gonna interfere with that. So unless you're moved to do something else, we'll bring this back on Thursdays, right here, same time, same back channel, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope. We love y'all. Mama Quita, you want to say anything before?
Juice said bye, little birds. I guess we'll be that then. Bye, Juice. Oh, Lord. That's it. Y'all, love y'all. I love what I do. I love coming in here, having these conversations with y'all. It's fun. Everybody enjoy y'all day.
Yep. I love y'all, man. May God be with you. Keep y'all. See y'all till we see you again. Jay, Finney TV. Make sure y'all go follow Finney TV on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Everybody, I'll see y'all back here on Mama Quita's Love Series. Big Juice said, Mama, y'all going out on a date. Ooh. Yo, her dude like almost 6 feet, Big Juice. I just thought I'd let you know. I just figured I'd throw that out there.
Oh, Lord.
He almost 6 feet, so I just thought I'd put that out there, Big Juice. But, yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, tell somebody about it, and we'll see y'all back here on Thursday on the Mama Quita Love Series. I'm Georgia First Black Governor. It's been a pleasure. Gov gone.
Y'all know what time it is. Mama Quita
Love Series.
Y'all know what time it is. Mama Quita Love Series. Mama Quita. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get up and get ready. Yeah. For the hottest morning show in the ATL. It's the Wake, Bake, and Coffee Morning Show. Live with Georgia First Black Governor.